Yo, what's good, chat? I look tired. Fuck. Long day at work. Where's my glasses? Fuck. Yo. Yo. Close my door. Accidentally unplugged my headset. Yo, chat. What up? Blurps are working. I gotta get that Minecraft world downloaded. Yo, what's up, David? What's up, Tommy? I saw you said that, David. Yo, yo. Today we are going to be looking at an old Minecraft minigame that I made myself like 12 to 13 years ago. It's been 10 years since I last updated it. I did check. We can get the version of Minecraft that we need to play it on if the current version does not work. Oh God, of course he is, David. Bro, Mark Cuban's thing that he has, the cost plus drugs or whatever, I heard that's like amazing. Like everybody that I've heard that's tried it for a prescription that they have, they always say it's like 10x cheaper than actually buying it through the pharmacy, which is crazy. That's what I'd be doing if I was a billionaire, trying to figure out shit like that. Alright, let me put this world into my Minecraft folder so we can actually play it. Go to .minecraft, saves. It's gonna take me a minute to probably figure out how the hell shit works, because there's a lot of logic in it that I'm not gonna remember. Yeah, I don't know, David. They're just so far gone that, like, if they changed their mind now, they would look stupid and be admitting defeat, and they just don't wanna turn back, look the other way. They'd rather just lock in. Brain dead. You gotta be open-minded, especially in, like, today's age. Shit can change on a dime. I can barely listen to him anymore. He just says the same shit over and over. Yeah, it's brain rot, like actual brain rot. Alright, so the world is now in my saves file or folder. Let's open up Minecraft. Also, why is the crypto market tanking? Anybody got any explanations? It's a cold ass winter. What's up, Lunette? Good to see you. Hug. I think first we're gonna play it on the original version that it was intended to be played on, and then we'll try it on the latest version of Minecraft and see what's broken, just because I don't remember anything about like any of the logic and stuff, so like it'll be impossible for me to figure out like what exactly is broken to even show you guys the game. And also it's a multiplayer mini game, so playing it with one person doesn't exactly work unless you mess with the logic, if I remember right. There's a way to do it. Let me boot up the Minecraft here. I'm booting up Minecraft 1.11. That's how far back I am. Alright, here we go. Game capture. Will it capture the game here? It's not full screen. Please work. Let me make it full screen, I guess. This should work then. Bro, I don't even want to click on that. Looks like a scam link. Okay, we're in. Guys, we're in Minecraft 1.11. This shit takes me back. This old background. So good. Here it is. Last Man Standing. 1.11. Last played 2016. December 2nd. That's far back. Let's go in. Alright, here it is. This is the starting area. Oh, the heads don't work for some reason. Probably because they changed how the skins work since then. This used to be like our heads, the creators' heads. And the way that I found this was the other night I was like thinking, and I was like, I remembered my OG handle, which is Monster Man Jake 1. Not that I like forgot it, but I just hadn't really thought about it in a long time. What's up, Kevs? Am I shocked to see you? Kinda. It's not too late yet over there. 1 a.m. 1:15 a.m. I'd be really shocked if it was like 4 or 5 a.m. if you're still up. Good to see you though, Kevs. Glad to see you in here. We're looking at a game that I made back in 2012 inside of Minecraft. So I made all of this with 2 other friends. Actually, this was some guy I didn't really know. I met him on the internet. This was one of my friends. We made all this shit. Oh, I need to change my audio output real quick. 1 second. It's not going out to my headset. There we go. Now I can hear. Alright, so this was it, guys. And I also really liked Easter eggs, the concept of them specifically. So I put in a few little Easter eggs in this. The first one was that this painting you can just walk through if you jump up. So you can actually walk out, and it says found the first Easter egg / hidden area. Now that I think about it, this might not even be the first one they find because it's kind of tricky. So saying first there is kind of not the right thing you'd want to say. Like, I would just rather say the first, or the welcome to finding an Easter egg. But here's like a map of the whole area, and you can just walk right through this, and you can go outside and see the all the command blocks that run the whole thing. This is the entire game logic, all these command blocks. We'll go through it and explain it a bit. I haven't seen this in like 10 years, so it's going to take me a bit to remember what's what. What are these signs for? Oh, I actually labeled some of it. Okay, cool. So this is the error detector. This checks if... Oh, I gotta go in creative mode. This checks if the scoreboard gets into the negatives, which would be a glitch or an error, because it should never go into the negatives, and then I'm guessing it just fixes it. Yeah, it just adds 1. Don't know what this shit's for. Test for 1 player remaining after game begins. Okay, so this is checking to see if that scoreboard hits 1. Yeah, this is like all the logic for the game. Then there's the maps. This is one of the maps. Over here is one of the other maps. This is an Easter egg. Oh, this is for the explosive arrows. Oh shit, I remember those. I don't remember how much of this shit worked. For regen. Yeah, I made this when I was like probably like 12 to 13 to 14, so which is crazy. Insane. If I remember right, this just teleports us in, yeah, and sets our game mode back, because that was like a quick and easy way to change game modes, and this puts us in creative and gives us a sword. I don't remember why I needed a sword. Maybe it's to click and not break things, I don't know. But yeah, when I hit this, it puts us back in and gets ready to go. So let's see if it still works. Well, ideally it should, because we're on the ideal version. What's up, Socio? Let's turn on explosive arrows. Oh, footprints. I remember this. Yeah, look, you can see like footprints as you walk around. They're kind of hard to see, but if you like jump into shit, they're like in the air. That's pretty cool. Invisibility, you can go have everybody be invisible on the map. That makes it pretty fun. You just have to see like the particles. I don't remember what's down here. Just the regen. You were sleeping. Damn, you took a nap. Late nap. Should have waited to show Mr. Caleb. Yeah, I'm surprised he's not here. I'm sure he'll enjoy this. Swallowed the wrong way. Sorry, I swallowed the wrong way. Shit. Yeah, he's got tons of hours in Minecraft. Those buildings he's built are insane. Oh, yeah, I swallowed the wrong way. That sucks. 35 streak. Holy Lunette. I missed it. Kez with the 5 streak. Lunette with the 35 streak. Holy. Why are you coughing? Flu? No, I swallowed the wrong way. I was drinking this alcoholic beverage and I swallowed the wrong way. He did say he has a copy-paste thing, though, David. For a console. So that helps out for building those crazy big buildings and shit. Alright, let's start it out here. I forget what you have to... Oh, the button start game. I think you have to pick the map first. Okay, that should probably say something. But oh well. Guess we'll just... Wait. The audio's still not coming out of my headset. What the hell? I thought he was doing it manual. Yeah, no. Yeah, true. We had to do it back in the day, all manual. My audio for Minecraft's not coming out of my headset. Let me restart it real quick. 1 second, chat. I want to be able to hear it. I can't hear shit. Holy shit. Metal pipe. That was loud. Okay, it should come back up here. Okay, we're in. Also, the communist discussion was above my level. I don't think this works. I'm pretty sure I clear these effects as we go in. Okay, so this is the class picking area. Pick a kit by standing on the gold block and pressing button. Doggo barking. Kind of my fault I started that. Just domino effect. It went crazy. We turned on explosive arrows, so let's do archer. Okay, this is where we have to do some logic because you have to have 2 players to start. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I'm smart enough to not let you duplicate your items. ADHD was triggered by it. Yeah, this won't work because we only have 1 player. So if I remember correctly, there's scoreboards. We set the display to, I think it's called ready. Or no, we have to put sidebar ready. So yeah, if you can see here, when you step on these pressure plates, it increases the player ready number on the right for every pressure plate that's being pressed. So that's how I introduced the logic to make sure you had at least 2 players to start the game. So I'm constantly checking to see if there's at least 2 players ready. So if it's between 2 and 4, then it'll start the game. But since it's just 1, it doesn't let you start. So what we have to do is scoreboard, players, add, No, not me. Players ready 1. Now, since it's set to 2, in theory, it should work. Oh yeah. And then it spawns you in the world. Oh. Shit, okay, I forgot we have to do something else to make it work. Let's start over here. So we have the ready. Oh yeah, there's another scoreboard. Because this doesn't actually tell you how many people are alive in the game. This just tells you how many people are ready. So there's another scoreboard called... What's it called? Ready, LMS, Invis, Footprints, and Deaths. So I'm assuming it's just LMS. Scoreboard, Objectives, Set Display, Sidebar, LMS. So we want to increase the players to 1 so that when we get put into the map, it increases it to 2, and that allows the game to not end. Because the way the game ends is it checks to see if there's 1 player in the LMS thing. Because when you die, it removes 1 from the player total, and that's how it figures out if there's 1 player remaining. So we need to add 1 to that. Scoreboard, players, add players, or no, yeah, it's players. Players, LMS, 1. Now that that's set to 1, when we start, it should add it to 2 because we're adding another player in, which is me. So let's see if it works. Yeah, okay, so now it's 2, and now it shouldn't automatically end when we spawn in. Okay, cool. We spawned in, and it didn't automatically end. Dude, I barely remember these maps that we made. Oh yeah, I made a thing that like automatically regenerates the crops over time. So all this gets replaced with cropland after a certain amount of time. I think it's, yeah, it's over here. We'll have to go check that out once we're out of here. But that, once all those wheat grow, then it automatically uses the command blocks over there, and it replaces all the blocks that are farmland with farmland, and then puts crops on top, all with command blocks. And there was like tons of Easter eggs that I put in. The tiny hut that could, oh yeah, I remember this thing, is everything is in here that you need. Is there a secret down here? No. Ender chest, nothing in there. A head, I don't remember that head. I think this update was when they added these new doors and shit too. I don't even remember how I built this, if I like copied a village, because this is actual like real village. But it's not like a full one. I don't remember how I built this. Got the crops here, and there was like a button somewhere that you could hit and it would like cut these down. Yeah, here it is. Oh yeah. Trims all the crops. What else was there? I know there was like an Easter egg in one of these water pits you could like go down it. Yeah, here it is. So I had these like little Easter eggs in it. I don't remember what that is. Oh yeah, this just was like a little record room. So like, if somebody figured out how to get down here, they'd just play music, and then the people up above wouldn't be able to tell where it was coming from. Ah, I remember this. I wonder if I have this chest auto-regenerating, or if I didn't think that far ahead. Sugarcane farm. Is there another way down here? Oh shit, there is. Oh, we were right next to us, the sugarcane. All the way in the back corner. Secret way down. There's all sorts of little things like that that I put in. If I remember correctly, there was a way that I made over here that you can get down this lava pit. Fire resistance potion in here. Also, I programmed the snowballs to be like crazy. This will probably blow me up. I think this might kill me. Yeah, it spawns creepers because it's dropping arrows as they fall. I think if we shoot arrows, it'll also... Yeah, it spawns creepers when they land that are automatically exploding. They don't do damage to villagers because we're in adventure mode, but it will do damage to me, I believe. Yep, oh, yep. So you can shoot somebody with that and basically just one-tap them. It's kind of OP. Explosive arrows. Will this kill me? Oh, okay. And then I gave ender pearls so that you could, like, get into these cool little spots. Oh, almost died, half a heart. Holy shit. But yeah, I added these little, like, cool elevated things. So, like, if you're an archer, you get, like me, you can come up here and, like, be sniping people from, like, everywhere on the map. Explosive arrows. Dude, this takes me back. Let's see if it works, if the command block logic works. So if we blow ourselves up, boom! Now it should automatically, yep, game over, and then it says I won because I was the closest person to that arena that was left alive because nobody else was in the game. Keep getting an error on Reddit. You've been blocked by network security. Are you using a VPN, David? I know they block some VPNs. Sometimes when I'm on like my VPN, I have to change what thing I'm routing through, and then it works. I don't know. Are they down? Check down detector. I haven't heard anything. I also don't use Reddit that much. What happened? There we go. Oh, why am I running at like 10 FPS? What's going on here? Oh, didn't mean to quit. There we go. Let me read that real quick. Oh, of course it's gonna fuck up because I tab out. Okay. Dad has to pay his transport himself each time he goes in for the checkup of his eyes, which is often. He has to pay about $50. Damn. After a certain amount per year, you get an exemption. It takes a while to get that up to that amount. Gotta pay all the medicines as well. Jeez. Crazy. Yeah, my hospital bill a month back in December was like almost $5,000, and that was before insurance. After insurance, it was like $500. Just still kind of insane. I was there for like 4 hours, and I got 2 Tylenol. Alright, let's go to the other map real quick. Jungle. Told me yesterday when I picked him up from the train that it annoys him. Everyone says we have free healthcare, and it's actually not free. Damn. Yeah, 2 Tylenol for 4 hours and $5,000. Crazy. The medical system here is so fucked. Let's turn on the footprints. Let's go to the jungle. It's the toxicologist. Wither. Oh, this must not work because it shouldn't be a drinkable potion. It should be a splash potion. This should work because I don't think it automatically resets, so... Oh shit, we gotta increase the, It's gonna auto end. Now it should auto, or let us play. Tunnel, so that's what's wrong. How the fuck am I supposed to use Reddit? You don't use it, that's the solution. Easy. Okay, so this was the other map that me and my friend made. The other one I think it was just all me. I don't really remember, but I know this one for sure. Me and my buddy made this one together. You can see the footprints there that are on. So that's useful if you're like playing the invisible mode, because then you can like track people's footprints, see where they are and shit. Yeah, this is like just a simple little jungle map, and there's like a few little hidey holes and shit you can get into. Little hidey hole here. Put a bunch of grass so like you could kind of hide in it. Barely see someone coming in, kill them. And then I think there was like ways you could climb up the trees. Another little hidey hole here. Some ore, some diamonds. The OG diamond look. OG gold look. Man, that's so old. The OG lapis. Redstone. Coal. Even iron's different now too. They're all different. Diamond. Diamond. But yeah, this was like, we spent so much time making this, me and my buddy. This is all we did. We'd come home from school and work on this shit. This should be a splash, because yeah, that's gonna give me wither. Something broke there. But yeah, this toxicologist class was kind of like the, you get a bunch of potions, a light armor with thorns, so that kind of has a little twist on things, so it does damage to people when they hit you. And then the sword with fire aspects, you could set people on fire. Then you get a poison. I think this is actually the, yeah, the lingering, so if you step in that, then you get poisoned. Yep. Oh, hopefully I don't die. But yeah, we spent so much time making this game. It was so much fun. Don't think there was anything down here. That would be a nice place for an Easter egg. Yeah, this was like back in the good old days. I don't remember why I put the slime blocks. Maybe it was like if you were falling and you were like skilled enough, you could like bounce on them. This is blindness. Oh, that's cool. Then you could like run away and shit. Splash them with that and run away. Speed potion. Oh yeah. That's a pretty cool class. A couple seconds of speed. Get away. Oh shit, that's a long speed potion. Probably should not be that long. Be running away for a while. I'm pretty sure there's a way you could get on top of like the, all the way up to the top here. Let's see. But I made it so there was only a couple ways you could actually get up there. Oh shit, almost died. Oh, thanks, David. I always forget that shit. Rookie streamer. Not as good as Vanguard and Rav. Psych, they aren't even good about that sometimes too. I told Rav the other day to change categories. Oh yeah, there, we're all the way up at the top. Don't think you can get over here. Yeah, it's basically the top. They're as high as you can get. Oh shit, you can make it over here with the speed. Aspen is a fucking freak, bro. Yeah, this was our game. If I die, it'll end the game, and oh, I'm surprised it didn't kill me. I can't die. One heart. No, oh, half a heart. Dead. Ugh. And then it should say game over. Oh yeah, I just remembered another Easter egg. This text down here, game over, it's actually clickable. See, it says click me for secret when you hover over it. I remember figuring that out. That took me forever to figure out. You click it, teleports you to this secret room, VIP room, and then there's a button right here to go back. It's a little pool lounge. some seats. And then I put a little prank here. Oh yeah, I put the sign, watch out for creepers. This button spawns creepers. And then it's basically just like to kill you. But yeah, this shit, we spent way too much time on this. I don't think there was a way to get over there. It is not possible to get here. I think that was just like kind of like a tease, like make people waste their time. I don't think I ever made a way to actually get up there and get the chest. You hate Factorio now? No, Jay is busy tonight, so we're not playing unless he gets on later. It's probably just gonna be a short little stream. I just wanted to check this out, and then I'm probably gonna get off. But yeah, this is my childhood working on this stupid stuff. This is what got me into like computer programming and shit, like doing all this stuff in command blocks. Let's go look at like the programming of it. Hit that, will take us back. Let's go and do one more round. Turn off the footprints, let's go invisible. Can turn on the rain, make it nighttime, start the game. Fire wizard. Hit that, and then we gotta set that. And now it should let us play. Oh yeah, just the blaze rod. No sword. Yeah, let's go down this lava. There's a way to get down here. Watch this, ready? This is another secret that I put in. Oh, I thought I put loot down here. I guess I didn't. It was just like a hidey hole room. So you could kind of hide down here, and there's no other way to get in for people unless they have the fire resistance potion. And that chest takes like 8 to 10 minutes to respawn. So you could literally just like hide down here and nobody would find you. And the way out is this pressure plate. This is wireless redstone. So what this does, it places these blocks with air. So there's no pistons. It just opens the door by wireless redstone. And then when you go up here, it just closes. And you can't get back in unless you have the fire resistance. So it's like a little hidey hole down here, and nobody can get to you. And I had to make it like keep it dirt here, otherwise it wouldn't have blended in. Cause you go right out and there's just dirt here. What happens if we? Oh, we can't go back in. We're stuck. But yeah, all sorts of shit like that. These arrows are explosive. Snowballs spawn arrows. Ooh, almost died. Moody lighting in here in the dark. Oh yeah, see, look, the crops planted themselves. I didn't do anything. They automatically regen. That's so cool. If I remember right, there was another Easter egg in this house. Don't remember what it was. Oh, the old villager menu. There was an Easter egg of some sort in here. Oh, wait, if you sleep, does it just make it daytime? Oh yeah, Tony, I'm showing off the game that I programmed. Okay, so that does not make it daytime. I'm trying to find the Easter egg that I put in this room. Maybe it's this pressure plate. Oh yeah, that's what it is. So if you have an item, it automatically opens this up. And then you can fall down here. And then there's loot. The snowballs, remember, are dangerous. This was intended to be a multiplayer game, so playing it one person isn't really how it was made. So that's why it's a little wonky, but then you can go up here and there's another secret exit in the garden. Good times, good times. I think there were basements in all these houses, but I don't think there was anything secret in them. Fix my Reddit. Also, yeah, welcome in, Tony. This is the game that I made with command blocks. You can see all the command blocks actually from in here. Those are all the command blocks that run the whole game. And there's some up there as well. Sorry, chat. Peek the mic. My bad. Don't think there's anything secret. Oh yeah, this is before they added swimming to Minecraft too. You can't swim like fast. You're just slow moving. This is in Minecraft 1.11, by the way, Tony. 1.11. It's like a 13-year-old version of Minecraft. Yeah, yep. Old glass. There's a lot of old textures and shit. So that's basically how it works. It's like a last man standing type of game where up to 4 players. It's mainly between 2 and 4. I never really added support for more than that, although it would be really cool for more. The maps are fairly small, so then again I'd probably have to expand like the maps and shit. But yeah, it was designed 2 to 4 players. I think there was a way you could jump up here. Yep, and get some high ground. There's a bunch of cool shit, like I have explosive arrows, so when I shoot this bow, it's going to shoot and explode with a creeper. The snowballs also spawn arrows, so then that'll spawn creepers as well. Multiple. That was designed, you could like throw it over people and then have the arrows fall down and try to hit them with it. It's just like constantly spawning arrows that are falling. Don't like, yeah, me neither, it looks awful. This map was called, I called it Under the Cube, because it's like designed that you're like stuck inside of a dome that you can't get out of type of thing. That was the premise. Just a small little simple PvP map with some elevation in the trees. I'll have to show you the jungle map, Tony. That one has a lot of elevation. That's the one over there in that big gray building. But let's die real quick, so it'll reset. If I just jump off of here, it'll kill me. And then this should end the game. Yep. You laid all that glass without commands? No. So there's a thing, I forget what it's called, MC Edit or something, that you could use to copy paste things in PC, and I just spawned like a huge ass wall. Out here, this is like the spawn area. I think you missed this, Tony, because you came in a little late, but this is like the little spawn area where you first spawn in. It kind of explains that, hey, the items in chests, you can take them out. They regen every 8 minutes. So like there's a chest here with some stuff in it. Brownie, ramen noodles, cheese, and fruit. Nemo, popsicle. But yeah, these automatically regenerate over time with command blocks. Yeah, it's a game within a game. It's an entire mini game. It's called Last Man Standing. There's Easter eggs in it, so this is like the whole premise right here. Is there's all these customizable options that you can change, like that will alter how your PvP is. Like the explosive arrows, you can turn those off if you don't want them. You can change the time, so that'll make it daytime or nighttime, and the time never automatically changes. It's always just staying the same. You can change if it's raining. You can turn on and off footprints. You can turn on and off invisibility. So if I turn that, or it was already on, now it's on again. Everybody will be invisible. If I hit it again, turns off, no invisibility. The footprints are kind of intended to be used with the invisibility. So that, like, if you look, there's like these little footprints, and the longer you stand still, the thicker they are and the easier they are to see. And they even show up when you jump too. So that was kind of intended to balance the invisibility a little bit, so you could actually see it. Which requires more skill, PvE or PvP? I'd say PvP, especially in this game. But yeah, let's turn that off so we can actually see. And then there's the 2 maps here, so if we want to go to the jungle, we'll turn explosive arrows back on, and we'll start it, and then it takes you to the class selection area. So this is where you pick your class that you want to be. These are all the ones that I designed. So Wolf Tamer, Fire Wizard, Toxicologist, Sploder, I don't remember what that one was, Archer, and Soldier. Let's do Sploder. Oh, you get creeper eggs. I forgot about that one. And then this is the verification room, because this has to check to make sure there's at least 2 players to start the game, otherwise you can't start the game with 1 player. So if I show you the scoreboard logic here, if you look on the right side, I have the LMS scoreboard there. That's keeping track of how many players are alive in the game. Right now it says 0 because the game hasn't started yet, so there's no players in the game, there's no players alive in the game. So if we change that scoreboard to the ready objective, set display, sidebar, ready. Now you'll see when I step on this pressure plate, it increases that number on the right from 1 to 2. Before you joined, Tony, I had to add 1 to that number because it doesn't let you start the game unless that number is at least 2. So that's how I check to make sure you have at least 2 players. So every time that somebody is standing on one of these pressure plates, it adds 1 to that number, and that's how the game checks to make sure you have enough players that you can play. So if I change that number to 1, which is what it was before we started here, if I do scoreboard players remove, no, players ready, if I remove 1 from that, then it goes to 0, so that's what it usually is at, but we altered it so that we can play the game. See, if I stand on it, it goes to 1, and if I try to press this button to start the game, it says each player must stand on gold block before starting, but since we don't have at least 2 players, it doesn't let you start the game. So we have to go here and we have to add 1 to that scoreboard to make it think there's 2 players. It's kind of like the trick, since I'm playing single player, I don't have another player. Yeah, exactly. That tricks it into thinking that we have 2, and then when I hit the button, it starts the game. And then when I stand on this pressure plate, this is what changes that LMS thing. So we go LMS, and that's why the game ended automatically. It was because we didn't add 1 to that as well. So if I go back, Sploder, this will work because we didn't change the number. So we have to add 1 to that LMS thing. So now it says 2 on the right, and then the game won't automatically end because how it works. Oh shit! Well, this is a glitch spawn. You're not supposed to be able to spawn up here. You could just jump off. I guess it doesn't matter because you'd die and then you'd lose. That shouldn't happen. Yeah, as you can tell, a 13, 14-year-old made this game. That was me, 12 to 14 years ago. But yeah, you're supposed to spawn in here. This is the actual battle arena. And then you can like fight people in this class here. It gives you creeper eggs, so like you can sneak up on somebody. Especially good with the invisibility class, because you could sneak up with them with no armor on, be invisible, spawn some creepers behind them, like, and then just run away. And the armor also is blast protection, so you don't take as much damage from your own creepers. It's kind of balanced in that way. And then knockback on the sword, and then everybody just gets food. But this is the jungle map, so it's kind of much more verticality. Some pretty cool shit. No, I don't think this one had any Easter eggs that I can remember. If you go down here, just some water. And this was before swimming, Tony. You can't swim fast. You're walking extremely slowly. Even if you hit like the sprint button, you can't swim. I forgot about that. Such a nice change that they made. Here's my old name. My OG tag, gamer tag, was Monster Man Jake 1 because Monster Man Jake was taken. That was like my OG YouTube name and all this shit. And if you go to youtube.com/monstermanjake1, I think it still redirects you to my current YouTube because it's the same channel, just renamed. I guess this was my old head. I don't remember this skin at all. But yeah, I don't think there was any Easter eggs in this map. There's just like some hidey holes, a couple places you can go and hide. And there's like ways you can climb up the trees before swimming, so not much underwater loot. Yeah, true. They didn't have like the what's that thing called in the ocean? The temple, ocean temple or whatever. That thing didn't exist in this update because there's no swimming yet. It's just very slow. It feels like I'm going through molasses. But yeah, so when somebody dies, then it changes that number. It removes 1 from that scoreboard. Once that scoreboard on the right says 1, that's when it knows that the game is over because 1 person Last man standing is left. Shipwrecks? I don't believe so. I'm not sure when those were added in. I'm pretty sure those were all added in once they added the swimming, but I could be wrong. So if we die... Okay. Thought I would die there. If we die, it should end the game because it'll change that number to 1, and then it'll say game over. And then I'll show you another cool Easter egg that I added in. Okay. Respawn. Excuse me. Respawn, and it says game over. You're back to here, you can restart or whatever. Another Easter egg, this text down here, Tony, is clickable. Game over. If you open your text box and you hover over, it says click me for a secret. And if you click it, oh, didn't mean to do that. If you click it, it teleports you to this VIP room that I built. It says, to show my appreciation, I built this VIP room just for you. And then it's just like a little pool with like a diving board. You can tell my building skills weren't that good. I'm sure you'd outdo this if I hired you to build the maps for me. Dude, imagine the PvP map on like one of your skyscraper maps. That'd be pretty sick. That would be pretty cool. And then I added this over here as just like a tease. So you can't actually ever get up here. It just says it is not possible to get here. And there's a chest. I don't remember if there's actually anything in it, but you can't reach it. It's just like a little tease. But yeah, there's a little troll over here. So there's a button on the wall, and there's also a sign here, but it's designed to like kind of be like, oh, what's this? And to make you push it without thinking. But there's also a sign here that says, watch out for creepers, which is kind of like a little, like foreshadowing. So when you hit this button, it just summons some creepers. You can hit it like a bunch of times and just spawn a bunch of creepers. And then I died. Boom. Oh shit. Why did I spawn out here? Okay, so some things are clearly not... Oh, because I slept in the bed, so that broke it. So I can't have a bed here. I never really thought of that because it sets your spawn here. Ah, interesting. I never really thought of that. If I break that... Put down... Oh yeah, this was before all the different colored beds. It's just one bed. Now there's like every color. Dude, look at the blocks, the wool. Oh man. So many old textures. There's the TNT. Damn. Oh, another quartz ore. That's so good. Yeah, the slide button. Damn. The old wheat. I like that better, honestly. Damn. So much of it just looks like old, and it's kind of like hard to like put your finger on what is different. It just looks dated. The spawn eggs are all different now, and they used to be so hard to tell what was what. Like, what the fuck are these eggs? Some are easy, like the zombie, but like, if you just showed me one of these, I probably would not be able to tell you what the hell it was. The heads. Potatoes, those are different now. The horse armor looks way different now. The diamond looks like way too dark blue. Remember when they added frog lights, building cities, any new lighting was super exciting? Oh yeah, true, I'm sure. There's not a whole lot of cool lighting options. Or at least there never was. Beats. Oh, this looks so dated. There's more music now. Never played Minecraft for even 1 second. Damn, so see, I'm surprised. It's a great game. Even the books, I think, are slightly different texture. Alright, so that should fix that problem. Let me just die. Oh shit, didn't fix the problem. There we go. So this was before where you could set the spawn point of the world. Because now you can, I believe, set the spawn point. So this is what we had to do back in the day when you're making a map and you wanted to like have a set spawn. There was always a giant area that you'd spawn in, and you'd have to cover it with tripwire. And then so that way when anybody spawns in, this is the entire spawn area. You could spawn in anywhere in here randomly, anytime you're a new player. So what you'd have to do, you have to make a big ass platform with tripwires and then have it set to automatically teleport the players, set the game mode of what you want them to be, and then set their spawn point. So that was a way of doing that. So anytime like a new player spawns in, this is what happens. It just boop, and then you're where you should be, and in the correct game mode. A little map here. But yeah, we can go through like some of the command block stuff. Like, what's this? This is to set the time. So when you push that button, this is all also wireless redstone too, technically. So there's no wires running from those panels. These are the things that turn on and off the game options. You'll see there's no like wires going all over the place to wire the stuff. It just goes to a command block. And this is technically wireless redstone. It's setting a redstone block. I don't remember what this one is, but let's say this one's time, for example. This sets a redstone block over here, right on top of this dirt block, and that powers this, which then deletes it immediately afterwards, but it still is enough time to turn this toggle. This is just a toggle system with droppers. So when it's on, it goes into this command block, and then when it's off, it would go down to this one. And every time a redstone block gets placed here, so if I get a block, it toggles, ready? You'll see it change. And it toggle to this one. That's the time one. So this is the one that changes the time. And that's wireless redstone. Pretty cool. Let's see what this one is. Invisibility. So if we place a block here, this will toggle the invisibility. And now we're invisible for infinity. We place a block here again, toggles it, and now we're not invisible. It clears all your effects. Now we're visible again. And now we're invisible. So that's literally wireless redstone. This is the weather, so if you put one here, it'll turn on rain. And you see it puts a block there, and that's what indicates those, turns on the lights on and off. That's also wireless redstone. So when I put a block here, you watch that block disappear. And then that light turns off. Wireless redstone. Let's see what else we got. The chest regenerator, so this is how you couldn't even fit the word, so I just spelled it wrong. Cut it short. Yep, there it goes, it just regenerated the chest. So this is on a timer, full of blocks. Every time this shifts over to this side, it powers these command blocks, and they basically are just copying and pasting these chests to where they're supposed to be. So each of these chests, that's the one in our starting area right over there, all the loot, copies it, pastes it right in there. This one here is the one over in that house with the lava. It copies this, pastes it over there. This one is the one at the bottom of that house, the secret Easter egg. Copies it, pastes it over there. Geez, yeah, you can see it gets kind of complicated. That's a wireless redstone thing. That's a wireless redstone thing. Okay, so this is all just wireless redstone, enabling and disabling things. Luna, what you doing? Come here. Come here. Oh. Oh, she got a treat. Get her. Get that treat. Here, I'll go full cam for a second. She got a bone. Luna, give me that bone. Give me that bone. Give me that bone. You stinker. Give me that bone. She's going to town on that thing. Back to Minecraft. Alright, so yeah, this is like all just wireless redstone essentially. These are all the classes here. So this is that room where you pick your class, and then on the other side it shows the name of the class as well, just for confusion's sake. Each of these is just essentially giving you an item. This is clearing your inventory, making sure that you're completely empty so you can't stack your items. No bone for you. I'm gonna take it away. She won't let me. She'd run away. That clears your inventory, so you can even test it. You push this. Wait, what? Oh, it's not working because I'm not standing on that block. It's only giving it to player on that specific block, so that's why that doesn't work. I don't know why I had a button there then. But yeah, that clears inventory, and then after that, it immediately just starts giving you all the loot for your item, and then teleports you to the next room. Each one of these is just for the classes, and then there's more on the other side. So these are just the classes. And then this is the countdown timer here. So if we hit the button, it starts counting down. You can see it going. Every time it hits a command block, it changes that text. And then here, it's going to teleport us into the map. And then it's going to... Oh, I guess it's not going to. We respawn. The game now might be in a soft lock state because we didn't start it, so we're going to have to... And then that will end the game. You can see that ends the game. Game over. Very impressed how much you're able to create in here. Yeah, it's pretty complicated. It's impressive me looking back on it, and I don't know how I did this as like a preteen, young teenager. This is the explosive arrows system. So how this works is it's another wireless redstone thing. It places a block up here, and this toggles, so this will turn off the explosive arrows. What's this one? Oh, that's to turn on the light down there for the explosive arrows. So when I push this, puts a block down there to turn on the light, takes it away. But how this works is it's constantly checking, so this pulse over and over and over again, constantly checking to see if there's an arrow in the ground. And I think the 1B is just to say that it's like in the ground at all. So anytime there's an arrow in the ground, this fires. So since there's no arrow in the ground, it's not doing anything. But if we get a bow, and we get an arrow, and we shoot it, you'll see this light up. Ready? I hope it doesn't blow up my redstone. See, it lights up. So it found an arrow in a block, and then once it finds an arrow in a block, it hits this. And then if you look at the command here, it executes, it's an execute command, and it executes basically at that entity, at E is at entity, type equals arrow. I don't remember what the C equals 1, maybe it's the count. So it executes this specific command right over here at that arrow that's in the ground. The tilde is the position relative to the arrow, so if you add a number here, it would change the position of where the creeper spawns. So relative to that arrow landing in the block where this creeper spawns in, summon creeper, tilde, 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 at that relative same position. And then the fuse, this is where the custom stuff comes in. This is the fuse of the creeper, 0, meaning it's right at the end of the fuse, and then ignited 1 means it's like counting down. So adding those two things makes the creeper automatically explode as soon as it spawns. And then this kills the arrow, so it just deletes the arrow afterwards. That way the creeper doesn't keep spawning over and over again. So there's no arrows in the ground. That's why you'll see after you shoot it, there's no arrow left behind. It deletes the arrow. Otherwise, the creeper would keep spawning because it would keep finding arrows in the ground. So you shoot this, basically just lights off the command block and spawns a creeper. Those were always super overpowered and really fun to play with because basically just one hit kills people, or nearly one hit kills people. What else is in here? This is the map selection. It's all wireless, so when you push that button over there to pick the map, it places down a wire right to one of these blocks. It's probably a little janky, and there's probably a much better way to do this, but this is the way that I came up with when I was, that young, that long ago. So anytime you change the map, it deletes this wire and places it to the block of the map. And I had these ones here as just like blank ones. So if I ever added more maps, I could just add the commands for the maps. The spread players command, so this is what spawns everybody in. This is the coordinates where it's spreading everybody out between, and then the @A sends everybody. This is the jungle one, and this is the cube one. Obviously the jungle one is selected right now, and then every time you start the game, it places a redstone block on top of this block, and then it fires this a wire off, and that starts the game. But yeah, so that's how the game starts, and then the logic, basically all the logic behind the game, is this system here. So yeah, exactly, all just trial and error. And I was also like looking up stuff on the Minecraft forums of like how to use some of these commands and shit and all sorts of stuff. This right here is to check if there is the players ready. So if you go in here, this is that ready room. So this is the logic that's testing to see if there's 4 players on these, or not 4, at least 2 players on these pressure plates. So when this is on, it'll constantly be pulsing this, checking to see if there is 2 players ready. Oh, does that work if it... Actually, I don't know if that would work with more than 2 players, because it's only checking for 2. I don't know if I ever tested this with more than 2 people, so it might not even work with more than 2 players. But yeah, this checks if there's 2 players, it looks like, not more than 2, just 2, which is pretty funny. If there's 2 players on these pressure plates, then it allows you to start the game. It places a wire down, and then if it's off, it removes the wire, essentially. And this right here is the end of the game. Or no, this is the starting countdown right here. Yeah, I don't know if you can add a greater than to these. If I added it, it would probably break it if it doesn't work. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Let me get a block. I already had one. Yeah, see, it doesn't accept a greater than sign. So I'm not sure how we would add that in. We'd probably have to add a command block for each number, like 3 and 4. So it'd be like copying and pasting this, and then making this one set to like 3, and then making one on this side also be set to 4 in case it's 4, and then just going into the same thing here. But not important. This game's 12 years old. And then this again, like we showed earlier, that's the countdown to start the game, and then it runs into our little starting cubes here. These are little pods that you get teleported into before you start, and then there's a pressure plate in there that you get stood on, and that activates the LMS counter to go up. What's this? Oh yeah, that was me testing the clicking a message thing. And this is the actual command for that game over text. So if you look at this whole command, it's probably pretty long. It's a tell raw message, which is just a way to put out like raw text. And it tells everybody at A means everybody in the game, everybody in the server. And then text, this is just JSON format. What are you doing, Luna? Chewing up her bone. The text is game over, and then the color is red, it's bold. And then it says click event, which is what allows you to click on it. And then the value of that command is teleport. And then it also has a hover event, which is what allows you to hover over it, and it shows text, click me for secret. So that allows you to put out the red text. When you hover over it, it says click me. And then when you actually do the click event, it teleports you to that VIP secret room. All through that one simple command. Putting that text in the chat, basically. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a lot of work. Probably spent like, hundreds of hours on this. I honestly couldn't tell you. The most time-consuming part was, oh, I don't know, honestly, I don't remember. Because I had a buddy help me with the jungle map, and then this one I kind of built myself. Let's go look at the farm planter thing. So this over here, this is what automatically replants the farm crops. Farms land/plant regenerator. So all these crops in here, how it works is it's constantly checking to see if these plants are grown here. So if you look at here, test for block, and it's looking 2 blocks above the command block. If it's wheat, I don't know what the 7's for. Oh, wheat 7, so it's 7th stage of growth. Because technically this is wheat here, but it's not 7 because it's not the 7th stage of growth. it's not fully grown. 7 is the max growth stage. So it's checking to see if this wheat is at the max growth stage. If it is max grown, then it outputs a signal, but it doesn't actually work until all 4 of these are outputting signal. So if we get some bone meal, yeah, basically, Tony. If we get some bone meal, you'll see now it's outputting a signal, and then it goes and turns off this torch, but it needs both torches to be off to activate that torch. So if we grow this one, turns that on, but turns off this torch, but not these other 2 torches. If we grow this one, turns that on, turns off this torch, which turns on this torch, which turns off this torch, which turns on this torch, and then that turns off this torch here, but that doesn't turn off this torch because this torch is still on, because that last one isn't grown yet. So this torch will not turn off until that is grown, and then when that's grown, that'll turn off. This torch will turn on, which will activate the whole command to reset all the crops. So if we grow this, and I'll try to get it all in one view here so you guys can see the crops over there. It's also going to replant these crops too. Ready? Here we go. That activates the commands over there, and all the crops reset, including these. And then it's going to wait until all these are grown again, and then it's going to reset all the crops. So that's the way that I came up with to automatically replant all the crops in case, because if you're playing PvP, you're going to be running around in the maps, you're going to be trampling the crops, the farmland, as I'm sure you Minecrafters know. If you're in here and you're running around, you're jumping on the plants, it kills them. It kills them back to dirt. And the way the game is set up, you can't replant crops like manually because you're in adventure mode. You can do PvP, but you can't place or break blocks. So you're kind of just screwed. So I was like, how can I replant this, fix this farmland and also replant the crops? Well, that was the solution. That automatically replaces all these blocks with tilled soil, which is why the water level resets. And then automatically places the crop on top. Hey, don't you get in my trash can? There's nothing in there for you, Stinky. Hey. You bad dog. But yeah, I was like, gotta be a way to do that. And then I wanted to put signs up so that people knew, like, hey, don't worry about breaking them because they'll regenerate. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All sorts of cool shit like that. 2 maps. I feel like I started making a 3rd map, but I obviously never uploaded it to that site where I found it, so we'll probably never find that. Maybe this could be used to fix the desert. Maybe. Just infinitely plant crops. Then you have infinite... And you could probably do it with water. You could set blocks, set water. This is the command block that summons the creepers as the troll in the VIP room. That's the VIP room right there. I don't remember why this was so big. Why did I have such a thick floor in this thing? There's no secrets in here. Weird. But yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of work. But it was like fun work, It was like shit I enjoyed doing, and this is what got me into like computer programming in the first place. I literally learned about JSON formatting from Minecraft. Like I didn't know anything about any of that shit. And a lot of these commands they use JSON to inject like different parts of the command and whatnot. But yeah, it's what got me into computers and what got me into programming in the first place. And yeah, who knows where I'd be at now if I didn't get into Minecraft, which is crazy to think about. This is a potion generator, but that's... Oh, that's the blindness potion. I was probably just doing some testing to see how that command worked. So yeah, you can see like this is JSON in here. When did you make this? This I first made in 2012 and 2011, and then I kept updating it actively until like 2016. And then since then I haven't touched it. I forgot about it and lost it. I couldn't find it anywhere. Luna, you can't go out. Mom's not out there. You gotta stay in here with me. Come here. Come here. You gotta stay in here. Mom's taking a bath. It's okay. Come up on my bed. Come up here. Come here. Come on. Come on. You're being a stinker. You're being a stinker. But yeah, got into it making websites for fun, and that was before JSON. Damn. I had a college class on HTML and CSS. I thought that was one of my favorite and probably one of the classes I learned the most from in college. Luna, don't you growl at me. You be good. You be good. Shh. Yellow iron blocks. What over here? These are gold blocks. The old gold block texture. And then these are lapis lazuli blocks. I have a frog in my throat. Let me mute real quick and cough. Alright, now we're good. Yeah, that's the old gold block texture. These are lapis blocks. Stone. Yeah. A lot of cool shit, It's all based on these like timers that are constantly checking things. This is the footprints thing. That turns on and off footprints. So you can see it's just spawning particles below you as a footprint. Favorite class was PHP. Oh, I never really learned anything about PHP. Extra points class. Textbook was written by our tutor in college. It was well written, very fun to do the exercises. That's pretty cool. Compared to Java, for example, which is so boring. Yeah, I had a Java class and didn't learn shit from it because the professor was just like regurgitating shit on the screen, and basically we were just copying it down and expected to learn from it. But yeah, that's it, chat. That was oh, what happened? My game closed. Jeez, I have old servers on here. But yeah, that was it. That was all I really wanted to show. We could probably get on Factorio for a little bit, but I'm not planning on being on for much longer here. Let me let Luna out. She's being a growly dog. There's nobody out there. Alright. That works. Let me just run this test on paper. You had to write the code on paper? That's crazy. I don't think I had a class that made us do that. But I know there's probably going to be more nowadays with, AI and all that shit doing stuff for people. So it'd probably be kind of smart to have them do it on paper. I was trying to think what I was going to say there. Also, chat, 3D printed this last week at work. It's a cube. 3 pieces. It's a puzzle cube. Watch this. Ready? Try to get like the best angle here for you guys to see it. It's 3 identical pieces that go together to make a cube, and there's only one way to put them together. So if I pull it apart, one of them's going to fall out. There's these 3 pieces, and they're all identical. This one's glow in the dark green, this one's just blue, and then this one's red. And then to put them together, I have to like put it on a table. So let me point the camera down for you guys to actually see it. So to put it together, I have to remember how to do it here. It takes me a second. You take one, have it pointing towards you. Take another, and it has to go like... Shit, I don't even remember how to put it back together. I fucked myself. Okay, so one goes like this. Try to make it so you guys can see. So one goes like this, right on the corner of the other. And then the last one... Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Yeah, the last one goes in on the top just like this. And then you push it together. And then your cube is back together. 3 identical pieces. If you hold it just the right way, it kind of just like falls apart because they're not held together by anything other than themselves. So if you're only holding one, it just like opens up. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. But yeah, it's satisfying. It's pretty cool. The Allspark. Autobots, roll out. Get the Allspark. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I was just browsing 3D print files online one day when I was bored at work. Found this. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to print that. It took about like an hour to print all 3 pieces because I had to do them all separately. If I could have done them all together, it probably would have been faster, but did them all separate. But yeah, pretty sick. Here's the Lego Game Boy that we built on stream back in December. Still here. I was gonna take it to work and put it in my cubicle, but I keep forgetting. I'm kind of afraid of putting it in my book bag because it's gonna like break or something. But yeah, it's still here. And then the Lego Minecraft set. This is one of my favorites. The crafting table. This is a crafting table. But if you turn it around, it's got a whole little world inside of it with all the biomes. Got that set for Xmas. It's in the box still, dude. You gotta build it, Tommy. You gotta build it. It's probably one of my favorite Lego sets of all time. Because all these biomes, you can like pull them out and see them like close up. Dog was barking. You can literally pull the biomes out. Like there's like the deep dark in there with like the creepy, I forget what it's called, the monsters in there. I haven't really played much since that update came out. But you can pull them out and you can see the biomes. Here's like the little village biome right here with the village houses. And like there's a little river running through it. Let me make sure I put it back in correctly. But yeah, it's easily one of my favorite Lego sets of all time. It didn't even take too long to build. It took me like 2 hours, maybe, hour and a half. And then all the little like NPC creatures. I don't know why it's not focusing. Focus camera. There we go. You can see there's all the creatures and shit. That's much better now. You guys can see it better. The creeper, the new skin, villager, and a piggy. And it says create new world. One of the message of the day is down here. The cool like cherry blossom biome, like forest over here with like some mushrooms. Definitely one of my favorite Lego sets of all time. I got that for Christmas 2 Christmases ago. And then here's the top of the crafting table. A little dusty. Put that back on. Alright, maybe we'll play a little Factorio for a little bit and just see if there's anything we can work on. You guys are looking at my stomach now. Oh, this tripod is actually really nice. Glad I got it. There we go. Building small micro builds using Lego is a nice challenge for your imagination. That sounds like it would be a nice challenge. Like a Factorio style challenge almost. Alright, let's boot up Factorio. Changing category. So David doesn't have to this time. I can't show the screen yet because it's going to show my IP. Don't want to leak that. Actually, no, I won't because I can just continue quickly, so. Factorio stopped responding. We'll see if there's anything we can work on by ourselves without Jay. I don't think we'll be able to do much on Gleba. Grab some random Lego pieces or a new set. Try to build something specific from what you have. Good challenge. It's a great challenge. I remember as a kid we always had like just bins of just all the mix of Legos, and then I would hate mixing them all up because then if you want to rebuild one of your old sets from the instructions, you have to go through this giant ass thing of Legos. So what I started doing is like now if I have a Lego set, if I'm not going to display it, yo, what's up, Olamilakan 194245? Welcome in. First time chatter, welcome in. How are you doing? Doing well. How are you doing? Oh yeah, it was pain. I bet. I bet. Let's go. Wonder if Jay had been on at all. Doesn't look like it. Excuse me. Am good. How's your streaming going? It is going well. Thank you for asking. Just hanging out. Oh, this is new. Interesting. Made Airwolf once with random Lego pieces. Pretty badass. Ooh, that's sick. We do have some stone right here we could probably get. You really have good vibes on your stream. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I try. Hopefully this isn't running. We don't want this to be running right now because it'll start spawning the pentapods and they'll destroy our base. Something's not working here. Why is this not working? Oh, did he disconnect our... Did Jay disconnect our shit? How long have I been streaming? Well, I streamed a few times like a couple years ago, and then I stopped for a few years, and then I started again back in November of 2025. So just a few months I started up again. Why is this not working? This isn't getting... Okay, so it is getting bioflux. This isn't getting bioflux. Why is that not getting bioflux? That doesn't work either. Oh, it's getting caught by this and not getting into this. Interesting. Have you activate CPR strategy on your channel? I'm not sure what you mean. That's right, Socio. Let's see. So I'm not making enough bioflux. Where does that come from? That's coming from here. I think he might have disconnected our main bioflux line. Where is this coming from? Over here. Interesting. So we're not getting enough bioflux. That's not crafting because we're not getting any jelly. And that's not getting jelly because it's full on seeds. Oh my. Bro, how long has this factory been running? How are there so many seeds? We do try to keep the chat alive, but we usually don't need CPR. Helps have more engagement. Yeah, I really don't care about engagement much. Honestly, Factorio, being in the Factorio category, it's been helping with engagement as well. There's a lot of people wanting to watch Factorio for some reason. Here, what we'll do to solve that problem is we will double belt this. Oh yeah, do you know Talking David? He's a very popular streamer. I think he might need help too. Yeah, the clad adjacent tag is massive. Gotta have the clad adjacent tag. This should double up the seeds, and that should give us more flow here. And kick this thing going again. Which will kick this thing going again. And then start giving us more bioflux. And then that should kickstart all these machines, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yo, David's here. Yeah, I was trying to think of more funny tags I could add. I think clad adjacent's probably the funniest one. I keep hearing noises. I don't know where that shit's coming from. Doggo's probably going crazy out there. Looks like Jay was building a massive bioflux maker. Oh, you briefly fell asleep, David? Yeah, you're probably tired from your long day at work. Boss is tired. So this is making bioflux, and it's all getting put in here. This also needs bioflux. I'm not sure what he was doing with that. This is working now. This should be working soon. In theory. It's trying to kickstart it, but it is not working because it's not getting enough bioflux. If I take that out and put some in here, once this gets a seed, it should work. And this shit down here isn't working, but it's working now. W headache went away, nice. Sometimes a quick nap's all you need. Hopefully it stays away. Alright, let's try to find something that we can work on. Where are all these going? How many drones do we have right now? 489 logistics and 390 construction. Okay, this is firing again on all cylinders. Everything seems to be working up here now. Beautiful. This should start producing more copper. Looks like we are not getting any copper right now. Now we're getting some more copper. Honestly, I am not really sure what we need to work on at this point. I know we need to get the science production going, but I don't really want to fuck with that without Jay, because it's going to start spawning these pentapods if I'm not careful, and they're going to fuck up our base. So maybe we can look at some of the other planets. So this is Volcanus. What can we do here? Do we have like plenty of belts going? Oh yeah. Just don't know what else to work on. Circuit factory. I think we can get rid of some of these poles. More efficient design. So what are these being used for? Oh, we don't need more of that. Yeah, honestly, I don't really know what we need to work on at this point, other than getting that science production going. Holy shit. Yeah, I think we're just gonna call it, chat. I'm really not sure what to work on right now at this point in the game. I don't want to start the pentapod thing because we're gonna start fucking up the base with those things spawn. And Jay seems to know better about the timing of the egg spawns than I do. Oh shit, look, there's an artillery turret down here. Can I fire this thing at something? Create artillery remote firing. Can I like fire this thing at a worm? Oh, we can't see, that's the problem. What happens if I click on like some rocks? I can't. Oh. Is he gonna get exploded? Oh, sick. That's pretty cool. I wonder if we have any of those on our main planet. If we could shoot one of those at one of these nests, we could get an achievement. But I don't think we have any nests within our vision. What if we extend our vision? Will that actually work? The drones should be able to make it down here. It's just going to take a while. So let's see if they build this, if it works. Another good question is, do we even have one of those cannons here? Can I search for it? No, we don't have any artillery here. Shoot. So that's pointless anyways. Damn, I wanted to blow up some shit. Here they come. Slowly but surely. And that'll get power. 19 million coal, holy. Yeah, I wouldn't mind blowing up some shit, but we don't have an artillery cannon here. We also did unlock the nuclear bomb, so we could make one of those at some point. The atomic bomb. Low-key wonder if we could make one now, but we don't have anywhere we could detonate it. This is the artillery turret. Yeah, Chad, I think we're just gonna call it early tonight. I really mainly just wanted to show off the Minecraft map. I'm gonna try to get some good sleep tonight because I did not sleep good last night. Alright, chat. Appreciate you guys being here. No, it was a short stream, shorter than usual. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream tomorrow night or not. I got some plans with family in the evening. So we'll see if we got time for a stream or not afterwards. I'm not sure how late it's gonna go. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Let me go to full cam. We'll just listen to the Factorio music while I end it here. Nobody worth rating. Poke's live, but he's not playing anything interesting. He is playing with Germa. Germa's always interesting. But yeah, appreciate you guys' time. Appreciate you guys being here. Let me see if we missed any bits or anything that I want to call out. I didn't have my stream manager open at all. We had Lunette with a 35 stream streak. Thank you, Lunette. And we had Kez with a 5 stream streak. And we had David play the metal pipe sound. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for always being here and watching. And we will see you possibly tomorrow night. If not tomorrow night, then definitely Saturday evening for more I read Socio's message. More strawberry. More stream on Saturday evening for sure. Unsure about tomorrow. I'll let you guys know in the Discord if you're in there. I'm not rating Strawberry Tabby. More strawberry. I do like strawberries. They're pretty good. Alright, chat. Thanks again. Have a good night. Get some rest. Sleep good. And stay hydrated. I will see you guys when I see you next time. Peace out. Take care. And thank you. Bye-bye. More strawberry.